Hi, Mrs. Strauss. It's Jack Delaney in your third period class. This is my mother, Geraldine, and my father, Bob. And this is my interview. How long have you guys been married for?
Well, we were married in November of 1985, and it's now April of 2017, so 31 years.
Married 31 years. That's a long time.
It is a long time.
Second question. How old were you when you guys met each other?
I was 20.
Well, I was 21. We met in June of 1983, and I turned 20 in January of 1983. 20 in February of 21 in February of 83. So I was 21 years old.
And you were how old?
I was 20, turning 21 in September, so I was not 21 yet when I met him.
Okay, third question. Describe your courtship. What was it like when you guys were dating?
We first met and
at work.
Well, what's your job?
We were both New York City police officers, and we met at work, and we, started off as friends.
How long were you friends before you became like more than friends?
Before we were dating.
Ooh.
How long was that?
I'm not quite sure.
We started dating in October.
So we started dating in October, and we met in June. So that's 4 months, right? 6 months, 4 months, and so 4
and then
months.
We started dating.
And then we started dating in October of 1983.
Okay. How long were you dating before you got married?
Well, October of 1983.
Well, we were dating a year, and then we got engaged, and then we were married a year. So engaged for a year, yeah. And
2 years now. Why did you guys decide to get married? You can answer this first.
Why did I decide to get married? Well, we both had good careers. We both knew that we were going to spend our lives together. So we decided, at the time, us both being 23, it was on the young side, and people did tell us that we were young getting married, but we knew that this is what we wanted to do. We both had good jobs, we had the money, we had the, we just felt like we were settled in our careers, that our next step would be to get married so we could live together. So that's what we did. We got, he was out in Suffolk County and I was in Nassau County, so we got married. And we wanted to live together, so we got married.
Why did you decide to get married?
I had more of an emotional attachment to the whole process. Your mother was somebody that I met. When we met, I found her very easy to talk to, and very kind person, and a very loving person. And we had the same kind of socio-economic backgrounds,
values,
same family values.
That's true.
So I thought your mother was a very good person and very easy person to talk to, which at that time in my life was not an easy thing to do. So I think that was part of why we wound up ultimately getting married.
Was it a surprise proposal, or you guys talked about being married before it happened?
No.
We spoke about it. My recollection is that we spoke about it, but I didn't tell her about the time when it was going to actually happen. The actual date was the date of the proposal was a surprise, but your mother knew that.
Yeah,
and I knew.
He had actually, remember, you had actually asked my father.
Yes.
So I knew it was coming soon, but we didn't know. I didn't know when, because he had actually wanted to speak to Grandpa and
that's
ask.
It never really occurred to me that your father would go and
he
tell you. I always thought that was supposed to be a surprise.
No, but I knew you would do it because you told me I had to talk to your father, so I told my mother,
right.
Mom, he has to go talk to Dad. So I remember my mother running in and waking Grandpa up so you could go talk to him.
Yes. Yeah, that was a very stressful.
Yeah.
That was a very stressful moment, and it was something that is supposed to be done, and it's also something that her father expected and her mother expected, and the father was a very, very nice guy and very understanding and very very a good guy. So he made it as easy as possible for me.
Yeah. Well, and we were both in our careers. We knew like we were settled, and the next step was for us to get married, right?
Yes.
Describe. We already got into this a little bit, but describe your engagement. How did you propose?
Do you want me to?
If you'd like.
It was Christmas time. It wasn't Christmas Eve, but it was near Christmas. And he came and said, "Oh, come on, well, we were going into dinner." I think you made a lot. You told a fib saying we were going to Tommy Bigger's party or something. And then I walked outside and there was a limousine out in front of the house. Daddy had rented a limousine to go into Manhattan. So the two of us got into the car. And once I saw the limousine, I'm like, "Oh, this must be one of them getting engaged." Mm. And it's so funny, your father couldn't even make up to the corner before he couldn't wait to get it over with. Quickly asked me, and I had the ring on, and we were like, okay. And we went into Manhattan, and we went into, this is nice, we went into the Water's Edge. It was the Water's Edge, right, in Manhattan. Yeah. And we had a reservation, we sat at a table. But his father was a fireman on the fireboats. Yeah. The fireboat went past the Water's Edge, which was the restaurant on the water.
Restaurant was on the water.
Yeah, and they had a whole water display. They called it a water display. Yeah,
that's cool. You set that up.
I set that up. I guess I gave the ring so quickly because I was like, well, obviously she knows why she's in the limo.
Yeah.
The surprise is not.
So you did it outside the limo or in the limo?
No, in the limo. In the limo.
On the way in.
On the way in, and then. We went into Manhattan and went to this restaurant, and they gave us a dinner that was about that big, and that cost $100, which at that time was a lot of money for us. So, but it was a very nice experience.
And then what we did, I think, did we go on a carriage ride afterwards? I think, didn't we? We did something.
Yes,
afterwards.
we did do something afterwards. I think it was maybe a carriage ride in Central Park, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
Sixth question, how old were you? We went over this a little bit, but how old were you exactly when you got married, like on the wedding day?
Well, we got married in November of 1985, and...
I had just turned 23 in September, so I was literally...
So you were young, 23, you were like...
23 and a half.
Which is considered pretty young.
Yeah, that was considered young back then. That was still considered young back then, it was. It was.
Especially for a boy, 23 is young. But Daddy was very mature.
What were you looking for in a spouse?
I think Daddy had said this already. Definitely someone with the same morals and values.
Same family values?
Yeah, the same family values. It's funny, as his father was a fireman and my father was a fireman, so we had some kind of a connection that way. His parents were still married, which to me was important, because a lot of people, even back then, there were divorces. So it was good to hear that his parents were still married and my parents were still married. So I think that has something to do with, as you get older, when you're dating people, it is something to think about. If there's divorce runs in the family or not. Maybe not, I don't know. But we had the same moral values. We had the same outlook on life. We wanted the same things. We wanted children. We wanted a lot of children. We both, we wanted at least 4 kids. So, and that was important too. We wanted someone, he loved children. So I knew he was going to be a good dad. Those are all the good things that I saw in him. He had a great, career, a great outlook on life. So I knew he was a good catch.
What were you looking for in a spouse?
I guess, I don't know, what was I looking for in a spouse? I guess I was looking for somebody, like your mother said, moral values is a very important thing. If you're going to spend the rest of your life with somebody and you're going to have children with them, and somebody that you could imagine being the mother of your children, you could, somebody that you were proud of and not embarrassed by, because of their behavior or their social behavior, without getting into a lot of detail. But, I guess that was, I don't know. I think that was probably the primary thing. I don't think anybody, I don't know, at least consciously, I don't think anybody I don't think I ever thought about it consciously. I guess as we all grow up and we develop these ideas of what a wife should be and how they should act.
Mm-hmm.
When you find somebody who fits that mold, I get, and you know that that's a person you get along with.
And you're attracted to them. You have to be attracted to them.
That's secondary. That's important. I don't think it was a conscious decision, but I think it was a subconscious decision that I met a person who fit what I thought was somebody that I would want to marry and have children with.
Would you say you guys have similar personalities or opposite personalities?
I'd say probably more similar than opposite.
I would say that also. Not exactly. You know, there are differences,
Yeah.
but I think more similar than yeah. I would say more similar than not. That would be my guess.
How does the reality of marriage compare to your expectations of what marriage would be? So, like, is it different than you really expected it to be when you decided to get married?
I honestly don't remember what kind of expectations I had. I don't know if I don't think at that time I was thinking 20 years down the road. I was thinking about the present. I was thinking about the present, and I was thinking about I was thinking about the present, and you know, I don't think you can prepare for all the different stages of marriage, you know, as a young person at 23 years old, but I certainly don't have any regrets, or I don't have any disappointment, or I don't have, I guess it's kind of what
you expected?
I expected to have. And, you know, our marriage went in different stages where we were married for, I think, 7 years, 1985 to 1992. 7 years and 1 month before Lauren was born, our first daughter, our first child. So even though we got married young, we got to go on vacations and, you know, relax and, you know, we didn't have
enjoyed each other,
didn't have the responsibilities of raising children at a very young age, which I don't know if I would have been able to handle that at a very young age. But so when we did decide to have children, we were perfectly ready for it, and I hope that answers the question.
It does. How important is money when involved, like with marriage?
Money is money just makes things a lot easier. If you have it, you have a lot less problems. If you don't have it, you have a lot more problems. So is it important? No, it's not important in the happiness. You can be happy without money, and you can be happy with money. But it just it makes for a lot more cohesiveness. There's a lot less problems. If there was less money and you're fighting over, you'd be fighting more, and fighting more leads to other things. So, do you have to have money? No, but it makes your life easier.
Yeah. Yes, I think that you said that perfectly. The only thing I would add was, I think that having money when you have children is important. Obviously, it's important, but if you have the money to buy them the things that they need and take and not have to worry about every dollar and
a lot less stress
and deprive them of, wow, you know, they want a new bicycle but I really can't get it this Christmas, and that stress is alleviated. And I think, you know, it's important to have the proper financial money when raising kids, so you can give them not everything they want. We didn't give you everything you wanted, but we provided what we believe is a good life.
How important is religion in marriage?
I believe that religion, you need the basics of religion, and then it's there for when you need it. I think you have to have the same religion. The both of you, I believe, need to come from the same religion. Otherwise, that just creates more problems. It is important. In fact, as far as the vows are concerned, and as far as raising your children is concerned, and the morals and the values that you teach your children, of course, that's important. I don't know, the question was how important is it?
Yeah.
I think it is very important that you come from from the same religion. I think if you come from different religions, it's just another hurdle that you have to get over.
Last question here. Do you think a couple should live together before deciding to get married? Why or why not? You can answer first.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I know the answer to that. I'm conflicted. Part of me says that they shouldn't. Part of me thinks that if they did, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I think there's possibly pros and cons in each.
So you don't really have a choice.
I'm not sure. Would I want my daughter to live with somebody before they got married? No. If my daughter came to me and said she was going to live with somebody before they got married, I don't think it would be earth-shattering to me. But I don't come from the perspective of a mother with a daughter, so maybe that's why I don't know what your mother's take on it would be, but I can see that there are benefits to both, I guess, getting to know each other prior to, but then there's there's pros and cons to each, but I guess if I had to give a specific answer, I would say no. I would rather not have any of my children living with a potential spouse before they actually were married.
What do you think?
I think it has to do with age. If I had a 19-year-old son that was going to move in with his girlfriend, and he wanted to get married, I wouldn't suggest that. At 19 or 20 and even 21, I would suggest that they live together first and not get married. But then if I had a son who was 27 and wanted to live with his girlfriend, I would not be happy with that. There's no reason for that.
You wouldn't be happy with that?
No, they know each other enough, and you know whether you're going to marry that person or not. There's no reason to live with them. Either you marry them, and if you don't marry them, then go on and find somebody else. So I think age... That's my opinion. Is age has something to do with it. If you're 25, then you're old enough to decide whether this is the person that you want to spend your life. If you're 19, I don't think you're able to make that decision. So I would be okay with them living together, but not at 25. Not when they're older. You should know, and if you don't know, then you need to find somebody else that's not the person.
Okay, that is the end of my interview.